Protectors of the Grid, Chapter 18. Ben was glad when Red Fox stopped at the top of the incline. It had been a few years since Ben had ridden horseback, and his thighs were screaming. His mount walked up beside the bay gelding Red Fox was riding, then stopped to blow. It was a good thing he stopped. The incline led to a promontory that looked across miles of mountains covered in pine, spruce, cedar, and oak. They blended their greens and their textures in graceful undulations across the sensual slopes of the Kiamichi Range. Below, the promontory curved back into the mountain. A leap from the edge would send you spinning into space. The promontory faced more or less east. Gazing across the land, Red Fox saw that the sun was high enough overhead for all shadows to hide. God bumps, those prickles of hair that stick up when you sense spirit, tickled his skin. He threw a leg over the bay horse's neck and slid to the ground. "We're here, then?" Red Fox nodded. Ben dismounted and untied his blanket roll from the saddle. He watched Red Fox walk around, examining the rim of forest that edged the clearing. It was tear-shaped, with the point of the teardrop at the top of the promontory. The ball of the tear made a rough circle within its fringe of trees. There, Ben thought, and walked over to where a patch of sand surrounded a pair of rocks that leaned against each other, leaving a space between and beneath them that he could wriggle into. He looked up to see Red Fox watching him. He pointed. Red Fox nodded. Ben retrieved the medicine bundle they had prepared before leaving. While Red Fox watched, humming some kind of medicine song under his breath, Ben walked a clockwise circle around the rocks in the sand, leaving a trail of cornmeal like grains of prayers to mark the ground. Then he took tobacco and lifted it to the sky, invoking blessings. Once the directions were marked, he took the knife and buried it in the dirt at the center where the lines crossed, so deep that only the bone handle and the feathers that adorned it could be seen. He had brought an egg-sized chunk of raw turquoise, which he laid beside the knife. Grace had loaned him a hand drum, which he sat on its edge on the other side of the knife. He looked at the ground and frowned. "There's shadow. Has the sun moved so far already? Has it already started?" He looked around. Red Fox was walking back from the horses, his feather fan and rattles in one hand. Ben couldn't see what was in his other hand, but he lifted it to his lips and blew. Then Ben knew. The shrill tone of the bone whistle called the spirits. Ben felt them arrive, felt them look at him curiously. Red Fox was chanting in the ancient tongue, then switched to English. "Spirits, this man seeks himself, all parts of himself, warrior, tyrant, saint, victim. Help him find his true heart, the heart that will guide him to his red road and to Shilup Chito Osh, to Great Spirit. Help him to choose his true heart, the one that brings fulfillment and the joy of serving." The seeds crashed inside the rattles, and the vibrations sent ripples of invisible light around the clearing. Aho! Red Fox stood quietly, head bowed. Ben reached for the drum, then stood tall as he started a rhythmic heartbeat. Da-dum, da-dum. He spoke to the sky. "Whoever you are, I invite you to show yourself to me. I ask to know what will help me find my next steps. I ask to know what way is right and good and pleasing to walk this earth. I ask to know who is friend and who is foe and what could happen, what should happen. Spirits, or whoever you are, show me what is true." On the word true, the drumbeat shuddered extra loud, then stopped. "Aho!" whispered Ben, and the vision quest began.